Hello. I just noticed that my microphone was off, so just turned it on, so you guys should hear me. You see me posting on the socials. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. I actually kind of like that you guys can see me doing this, you know. So, all right, we're gonna do roll call first. See who's here. Okay, here we are. Who's here? Orion is here. For Mystically, Majimonkichi. Hello, hello. Hello, Pedro. Let's see. Who else is here? Blue Diamonds is here. Hello. La la la. Let's see. Amir, hello. Hey, Anne. Hey, Jacob. Atsusuno, hello. I love seeing you regulars coming back. This is fantastic. Sue1, hello. Hello, yes. Okay, let's see who else is here. Hey, Jane, how are you doing? Let's see. Michael, hello. Hey, Carson. Hey, Ashley. I'm now going up. Woo! Hey, Michelle? Is it Michelle? Juana? Lewis? Lovely. Let's see. Excellent. World of Second Flute and Clarinet, hello. How are you? What do you go by on Twitch again? I forget. Can you let me know again? Is it Floboe? No, it's not Floboe, because it's flute and clarinet. What do you go by on Twitch again? I forget. Hey, Katrine. Hey, Nina. Hello, hello. You're new to the live stream, but you followed for a while. Excellent. We are glad you are here. How are you doing today? Hey, Krusty Danmaku Dude. Hello. Lovely. Okay, so I thought I would first, we do have mods in the, Majimonkichi is my mod here today. You know, like if you guys end up breaking the rules, you're going to be boot anyway. But I thought I would lay down the rules first for those of us who are new here. Due to the nature of how these live streams are run, because when I'm playing music, I am looking at the music and not at the chat. I want the chat to be a place where you guys can actually chat, where you guys can actually talk to each other. So song requests will not be taken through the chat. They will be taken through a request form in the info box. I get through the song requests very slowly, so you guys are gonna have to be very patient with me due to the nature of classical music having very long songs. So you know, it's gonna take me a long, I'm probably never gonna get through the request list. But yeah, so no spam in the chat. Please do not repeat yourself in the chat. Do not repeat questions in the chat. You can ask questions. I welcome them, but please just don't repeat them. Especially do not use capitals, you know, like capitals repeatedly. You know what I mean? Like capital letters. So that, because the thing is, we want everyone to be able to actually chat with each other. Okay, so we are kind of going for coffee shop feel where you guys can chat while I, you know, make myself look like a fool here, right? For your entertainment. So that's basically just how this all works. Yes, hashtag no spam fam. All right. So, world of, okay, you're Olympic Daisy. Got it. Okay. Cause I was like, I know you better on Twitch. So, okay, Olympic Daisy. I need to like put the two together. Okay. Cause I see World of Second Flute and Clarinet and I'm always thinking to myself, I know who you are on Twitch, but I can't match exactly who. Olympic Daisy. Got it. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, basically caps equals screaming. Yeah. So it like, for me, when I look at the chat, if anyone decides to start spamming the same thing over in capital letters, they think they're getting my attention when really you're just making me like claustrophobic. So like have that feeling of claustrophobia, you know, of like, you know, people are crowding in on me, you know, like it gives me that feeling. So, you know, that's not allowed. So you wouldn't do that to people in real life, right? So anyway, I'm preaching to the choir here. I know that you guys know what to do. So, hey Jade, how are you doing? Okay, so let me take my ring off because we are going to play the flute. Now, you guys are probably looking at the title of the stream and being like, Joanna, what are you doing? Well, I had a really funny conversation with one of my students yesterday, and we were sharing all the types of weird, stupid things that you learn in band that is not to do with actually learning how to play your instrument. But you know, all the weird, stupid things that you show each other that you try to do, you know, like you put different mouthpieces on different instruments and you see what sound comes out of them. Well, I shared with him what I will be sharing with you today. I learned how to play the flute upside down in band. So if any of my former band classmates are here at all, they'll know what I'm talking about. So I learned this while I was in UBC, University of British Columbia up in Canada. This was years and years ago now, so probably 10 years ago I learned how to do this. But essentially you just flip the head joint upside down and then you play. Now I wanted to call it upside down head joint challenge, but the thing is I felt like it was too long. It did not really, you know, like, you know, it didn't really communicate the fact that this was flute. So I just call it upside down flute challenge. But here's what I want. Here's what I want to happen. Now I know a lot of you guys in here do play the flute. So for those of you guys who do play the flute, I would love nothing more than if you are willing, okay, to film yourselves also attempting this challenge to play whatever it is that you want to play with the head joint flipped upside down, and send it to me. You can tweet it to me. You can tag me on Facebook. I'm just at Just Another Flutist. You can, and maybe we can start a hashtag upside down flute challenge or something, or upside down flute. So you could like tag me on Instagram. Like I want this to be like, I want to see the hilarity just kind of, you know, being shared amongst y'all. So, do you guys know that you can do this? Yes, sounds like something you do in band, Oriana. Yes. Hey, Thor. Hello. David, have you done this challenge before? See, there's a lot of you guys who are in band who I think have done this before. Yeah? Have you done this before? Okay, yeah, you put the lip plate on the top lip instead of the bottom lip. That's exactly it. So what David is saying here, that's exactly how you do it. Okay, so are you ready? This is like the reason why I decided to do this challenge today is because this does not actually hurt the flute. There are some other stupid things you can do with the instrument that does hurt the flute. So I will not share that today simply because I don't want you guys to try it. Okay, but this is a safe thing that you can do on the flute. Like it won't hurt the flute. It's just like you normally playing the flute, but it's just upside down. So here we go. Okay, so for those of you who are in on this, please like, here, I actually, this needs to be right side up for me to type this. So we're just gonna call this, here, let's make a new like text thing. Like I literally just came up with this, like, I was starting to think of it yesterday and then I decided to do it like an hour ago. So we'll make a new text thing. So I'll give you guys the hashtag because I want to see this. Okay. I want to see this on like Instagram, Twitter, wherever it is that you guys usually are. And give me a second here. So I'm just going to, so it's going to be hashtag upside down flute challenge. Or is that too long? Is that too long of a hashtag? That's not, right? I don't think so. But anyway, here, let me kind of put here, maybe that's a little bit too big. We'll do that. Okay. And then we'll do an outline, and the outline will be black, so that you guys can read this well. And then we'll make the outline thicker. There we go. Okay, so we'll put this down here. Okay, there. So join me, please, for a fun time. I just decided to do this because here's the thing. I actually just straight up want to share with you guys that you can do this. Might as well make it a challenge. Okay, so let's play some classic pieces on the flute. Okay, so like, you know, we'll do some Mozart, right? Mozart concertos. Let's do maybe some Bach. We should probably throw a showpiece in there too. So here, I'll grab both Bachs. We'll do showpiece. Let's do like Hungarian Pastoral Fantasy. That's a good lineup, right? So let's see how many of you guys are gonna try this along with me. See what happens, guys. It's a really fun time. This is really fun to do with friends. That's the thing. It's hilarious to do with friends. Let's do, I guess, G major. But first off, let's see, okay, so you do kind of have to angle it towards you a little bit. Otherwise it doesn't really work because your lower lip can only come out so far, and kind of depends on the person too, right? You want me to do Chaminade upside down? Okay, sure. I'll do the Chaminade upside down then, instead of Hungarian Pastoral Fantasy. Okay, so you do this. All right, here we go. So high notes are interesting, low notes are not bad. Okay, so David's tried this before. Okay, I'm currently playing like this. So I'm gonna turn it in towards me a little bit more and see what happens. All right. Oh, I see what's happening. I have to go the opposite way. So I have to angle down for low notes and angle down for high notes, angle low for up angle low for high notes. Up notes? Did I just say up notes? What the heck? Okay. Okay, so okay, so I keep doing the opposite thing right now. So right now what I'm doing, because essentially with the way that the flute is positioned on your lip, you have to it's the exact opposite motion of what you normally would do. So maybe I need to do more with my top lip coming in and out. I think that may be more what we need to do here. So if I position this maybe over my top lip a bit. So I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Yes! I'm getting it. I'm getting it, guys. Okay. Gemeinhardt players can do this really easily for some reason. Okay, so there are certain head joints that can do this more easily. Okay, in which case, great point. Let's try out a few other head joints and see which one actually does this well. So I have my old head joint. We can see if that works better. So, wait, so this is my Mateki, which we should try it on too. I have my Yamaha student model, so we can try it on this one too. Because who knows, right? Like, who knows what actually works for upside down? Thanks, guys. I know, not bad, right? Okay, so let's try it on my old head joint. Armstrong is okay. So you're trying it on the Armstrong right now, Oriana? Okay, let's give this a shot. So this needs to be turned inward quite a bit towards you. So, okay. I do want to just very quickly swab out my head joint here. It's like the Mary Poppins bag under that desk. It is. So there's a very old, like, Ottoman type of trunk down here. And that's where I put all my flute stuff, is in here. So it's nice and protected. And also, like, I have some place to put everything so that I can, like, have this nice big workspace, you know, for other stuff, right? So, all right, for Mystically, you're going to try your Miyazawa? I kind of want, like, sort of like a you know, like I want to know what you guys are finding easy for you, because maybe we can figure this out together, right? Like, maybe, you know, some unexpected brands would be really good for this. Hey, this works out more easily. Did you notice that? This is my old head joint. Yamaha is similar to my Brandon. Azumi Altus is pretty good, but not nearly as close to the Gemeinhardts. Okay, interesting. Thor, you're gonna try it on your Sankyo, but your whole family is sleeping. Oh no. Okay. Okay. I can get a nice, like, full tone on this. Tone on this one than my new head joint. So let's try it. Like, let's keep going. Okay, you have to do the opposite motion. That is so weird. So a cheat is to actually just keep rolling in and out, because that helps you actually do it in the right direction, because it's upside down. So if you're going up, you have to actually go down. If you go down, you have to go up. So oh gosh. I'm losing it. I'm feeling that too, Nina. It uses a lot of air, but I think it's because I'm not using it like efficiently. Like I can feel a lot of air kind of spreading because it's like, I think it's like, wow, this is making me have like an indentation here. Whatever. Okay. The things you do for the internet. Okay. So I think it's because my lower lip is not used to like forming like a structure, right? Because what you're doing when you're playing right side up is your top lip actually kind of forms a nice little kind of arched structure that kind of helps shape the airstream. But then if it's upside down, your lower lip is the one doing that. But we're used to kind of coming in and out with it. Maybe it's too turned in towards me. So. Yeah, it's like coming in and out. So like I'm doing that. So it's sounding like the way that this sounds is like when I'm working with my more beginner level students and they have not yet trained their top lip to maintain a shape, right? So it's like flickering all over the place. So we're going to do okay, so I'm gonna have to we're gonna have to do a little bit of that. All right. Turned too far out. Let's turn it back in. So it's like coming in and out. So that was really clear. So I have to figure out what I was doing in order to do that. It's hard to hold that shape right there. Okay, high notes easy on the Miyazawa, but lower are harder. That's interesting. I really should try a different flute, shouldn't I? like a different head joint. Oh gosh. Okay, so it's like coming and going. You guys notice that? Okay. Spinning air in opposite of usual place. Maybe. Hi, Chantel. Do you want to try this too? This is a stupid thing that I learned in band when I was in school. And some of you guys have learned it too in band, that you can do this. So I'm just wanting to share this with the world for those of you who don't know that you could do this. I'm trying out what Jane is saying, which is that because on my regular like head joint, so maybe I should try this on my wooden one. So Jane made a great point. I have mentioned that on my other head joint, that I kind of feel the air sort of spinning in my mouth towards kind of within the top half, which means that if you're going to play it upside down, it needs to then be on the lower side. So maybe guys, if you want to play a head joint upside down really, really well, it might actually have to be on a head joint that does not actually match you really well. So we'll see how this goes. So, but I just want to try out Jane's theory here. So, okay. So the theory is that literally everything's been flipped upside down, right? Which includes how you feel the air spinning in your mouth. So we could try that. Yeah, it does seem to work better, but I needed to roll it in a bit more. So. It seems to work, but I don't like the way it feels because it feels so unnatural to me. So, interesting theory, and I think it works. That's why I'm only getting low notes. That must be it. That must be why. Because it needs to, like, the air needs to spin, like, for, like, on this one. Like, it needs to spin further down, right? Okay, that might be why I'm only getting low notes on these ones. So I should try my Meteki, because my Meteki does not really like, it doesn't really like me. Like we're friends, but like, I wouldn't say that we're the best of friends, but we're old friends is what I'll say with my Meteki. So let's try that one. I do want to just very quickly swab the rest of this flute out though, since we're gonna do that one. So let's see. I have tried a Hammock Piccolo, Thor. They're very good. Very, very good. And I have a Nagahara Mini. So, out of the 3 you've listed, I've tried 2. So, okay, from what you saw of people who are good at this, they stretch their top lip very down. Like that? Is that how they did it? Okay. So, let's try it. Prevents me from making a fuller sound because his wooden wants to be hollow. Ah, that's a good theory. That's a really good theory. Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Rayleigh. Hey, Sheen. Okay. So David is suggesting stretching the lower lip out a lot. Okay. So let's try it. Okay, to give you guys a good idea of how I sound on this Meteki, we'll play it right side up first. Okay, so that's your reference. So, okay. Is it like that? Imagination, but I think this is a tiny bit easier. Okay, so this one, the low notes are harder. So I am getting the same kind of feeling as who else mentioned? I remember someone else mentioned that oh gosh, my chat is broken. No! I cannot scroll up and down. No! Okay, if I pop this out, will I be able to? There we go. Okay. So wait, who mentioned that? Will sight reading requests be done this way? I was thinking I would try some, but I really should do them justice. So I really should not just do them upside down. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so stretching out the top lip helps get the low notes out, for Mystically is saying. Yeah, hello! Hey, Kevin. Kevin's a friend in real life. Everyone say hi. This is what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I find I have to play like that. Do you guys feel that too? I have to play like that. Entertain. I'm definitely making noises right now, 100%. Okay, so with the high register, you feel like that. Okay, so I'm doing the opposite right now, which is probably explaining why I'm having so much trouble. I like this, figuring this out together. Okay. Yeah, I can't get that high F sharp, man. Hey, Pink Kitty. Man, I'm losing it. Do you guys notice that I get it for a little bit and then I lose it entirely? Oh, how disappointing. Okay, now I'm wanting to try it again because like I had some success in the beginning on my flute with my new head joint. I'm curious because I kind of want to try it again. Aim my tonguing more upwards. Okay, I can try that. You've actually heard of some teachers letting their students practice this way for months, as it might be helping for getting a better tone. I wonder if it helps with flexibility because you do need to move your bottom lip around a lot. So maybe that accounts for having just in general more control, maybe? Hey, John. How are you? Is this how I'm going to play like non-classical flute? Is like in order for me to get that particular sound, because John is mentioning it's the dirty flute sound. It's a very specific sound that that you actually do want in non-classical music. Amir, are you gonna sleep in? Okay. Kyle, I'm guessing your name is Kyle. You would try this, but your $75 flute won't cut it. You know, there's no harm in trying. Like, literally, there is no harm. It does not do anything to your flute. It's because it's like you're playing it, but you're just playing it upside down. Now, the other thing that I was thinking is that I don't believe that the if you actually look at a head joint up close, you'll notice that it's not actually symmetrical, right? So we are actually playing on the wrong side when we do this. So if you actually want to play it on the right side, it also has to be back, like the other side too, like. Like, you notice I have a much better time doing that because the side that I'm currently blowing on is the side that should actually be hit with the airstream. It should not be the part that is against your mouth. So I think part of it is that the opposite side needs to be cut in a way that it does actually very easily allow for, like, you know, like directing the airstream inside of the flute. So like, the thing is I don't have a backwards flute, so I can't really try this, but yeah, like this is a lot easier. Like if you were to like flip it upside down, but then also backwards. So upside down and backwards. Yeah, it's a lot easier backwards. Yeah, you can play it backwards too. Because like in the end, right, what's happening is that it's airstream that is hitting the opposite edge of the hole. As long as there is an airstream hitting the opposite edge, it doesn't actually really matter which side you played on, right? Like, I could play it on the edge of it too. Like, it's just as long as it hits somewhere, it'll make a sound, right? So like if you do it this way, you could totally do it. Like, and as you can tell, it's a lot easier when you actually are blowing from the same side that you would normally blow on, right? Obviously, I have a lot more control the other way around, right? But yeah, so you can. I know, memories of teaching mom flute. You guys are familiar with that like head joint. Mary had a little lamb sound, right? Try playing the head joint blowing on the tenon. Ah, see, that was what, okay, since David mentioned it, all right? So David is saying, well, try playing the head joint blowing out on the tenon and closing the embouchure hole with your thumb. Okay, that's a similar idea. So you can play like this too. Obviously it's not in tune, but you can actually buzz into it. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. It's really bad for your pads. Don't do it, okay? Wait, so you're saying to cover this. You can do it. It just becomes a panpipe, a one-tube panpipe. That's what this becomes. David, did you guys do this too in band? Is this what you did? now you guys can do it in band. Jordan, you have a Harmony 10 exam tomorrow? Yo, all the best on that. I will tell you, as long as you keep the basic rules in mind, you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Keep those basic rules, you know, no parallel fifths, no parallel octaves, you know, good voice leading, all that good stuff. You'll be fine, man. We got you. Pabs London, hello. Yes, you are watching someone on the other side of the world do very stupid things with her flute. How are you doing this evening? Because I believe it is late evening where you are, probably, right? If you're on the other side of the world. Probably in the middle of the night too, if it's very late. Oh, Cameron, your band did it. So Cameron is saying, anyone else try buzzing into the flute without the head joint and play it like a clarinet? That's what my band did for fun like this. Yes, so we did it. We did that in band too. But it's really bad for your flute. Don't do it, okay, guys? Like the only flute that you should do it on is like an old student model flute that had like no hope in, you know, sounding good. Which I can do it for you. I'll do it for you guys. But you know, it is a pad killer. 10:20 where you are, so late evening. Did you have a good day today? I hope this is a funny way to end off your day. Oh man. Yeah. So, okay, guys, I wanted to give this another try. Simply because I'm just curious to see why it worked for a bit, and then I like kind of lost it. So I wonder if it's my articulation. I think my articulation is kind of like getting in the way, and then it's making me lose it. Okay, so I believe it was David who said so. David, I think you're the one who said that you have to stick it out like that. It's so true. For the higher the note is, the more you have to do that. My lip just doesn't want to come out. So, I think what we'll also do okay, we're taking out my student flute. This is from when I was a kid. So there's no hope in this getting like repaired or anything. It definitely has leaky keys and probably torn pads and all the works, but let's give this a shot. Hey, don't worry. This does not add up to 50K. It doesn't. Yeah. No. I'm not that rich. If you guys are wondering, so this is my custom that I got 10 years ago, or 11 years ago. And then I just got this head joint a couple months ago. I got this one when I was a kid secondhand. And my parents bought it for $2,000, which I now realize is absolutely crazy for them to buy that for me when I was so little. But this is $2,000. And then this one was my beginner model flute. I think it went for about $700 when I was young. So yeah. Like what David's calculations is like about what we're looking at here. So this does not add up to 50,000. I swear. Okay. No. So, but okay. Trying this. I'm curious. So what I'm noticing is on this head joint, this side that I'm blowing towards is a bit narrower than the opposite side. I think that's actually the case on, looks like all three of my head joints are cut in a similar fashion, where I think this side is just a bit narrower than the opposite side. So we're actually blowing from a wider side, and then where it's forcing you to focus the air down more than you normally would even do it like right side up. So the Mateki's original price, I think that Mateki's original price was around 8,000, not 10,000. I don't think it was quite up to 10,000, but 8,000. But the I think, and I got it used for 2,000. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at here. So this baby is, yeah. Is like it. I kind of hope one day that I have the luxury money to overhaul this one, because like I think he can play a lot better if he had like a new cork, probably all new pads. Yeah, an overhaul basically. Like if he had an overhaul, I think he would play much better. It's just, he's my backup flute right now, Yeah. What, Kyle? You were at a concert and your friend's pad was torn. You didn't know what to do, and your conductor bought duct tape in the store near the venue, put a big enough piece over the pad, and now the flute works just fine. I mean, you guys should probably get that like legit fixed sometime, but that's a pretty ingenious solution. Overhauls are evil for the money. Yeah. Like the amount of money that I would probably put in for an overhaul for this would probably be at least what my parents paid for the flute, if not more. So it really is luxury spending at that point, you know, like it doesn't really make sense to do it. And in fact, a lot of technicians will actually, like, if they can kind of like guesstimate how much it would cost to you know, to overhaul the flute. And a lot of places they will actually just straight up tell you, because technicians are some of the most blunt, honest people on earth, and they will just tell you to your face, like, if it's even worth fixing. Like, you know, maybe you're better off just getting a different flute, you know. So yeah. All right, see you later, Jade. No worries. So glad you could join us for so long. You joined us for like an hour. I mean, the reason why these live streams are like 2 hours long is so that people can kind of cycle in and out, right? So that different people can catch this live. You know, it depends on your time zone, right? Another reason to go to Germany for the cheap overhauls, eh? 400, you mean like equivalent 400 US dollars? It's not bad, man. Like, even if it was like 400 euros, like I would not complain about that. That'd be pretty darn good. Yeah. Yeah, it's a problem. No one wants to overhaul flutes. Yeah. Yeah. So you get a lot of like old flutes, like, so two of these flutes here are very, very old. So this one's probably older than me. And then this one I got new when I was a kid. So thus they're both very old. And so like you get a lot of old flutes that, like, you know, maybe don't get all the TLC that they need, right? But simply because it's not worth the money to do it. So like, you know, you really like have to be like, you're either doing it for fun as a technician yourself to learn or whatever, or you're like flipping a flute. So that's what some technicians do. They'll, like, you know, buy random old flutes on eBay and stuff like that. They'll flip the flute and then they'll resell it at its completely overhauled state. So like some technicians will do that, or you just have a ton of sentimental value for the instrument and you get it overhauled, right? Like, it really kind of depends on your situation. But for the most part, there's a lot of old flutes out there that just don't get the TLC because it's just not worth it, you know? It's really kind of sad to think about, but like at the same time, are you really going to argue, you know, the cost? So, yeah. You've booked your flute for a COA, Jane. That's fantastic. Do I like to read? Pandora is asking. I have a few books here that I've saved from, you know, because I used to have a lot more books. And in fact, I actually did an English lit minor in university. So yeah, I do like to read. Granted, I don't have a bunch of time to read nowadays, but like, these are my favorites. So Lord of the Rings and Chronicles of Narnia, definitely kind of top tier for me. John, my husband, introduced me to the Howl's Moving Castle trilogy. Definitely is like marketed towards young adults, but actually has some really dark undertones in it. So highly recommend, if you guys have not read the Howl's Moving Castle trilogy. It's good. It's written very well. I don't have the Harry Potter books here because when my family bought it, it was actually my brother actually bought them. So he took those with him when he moved out. And then I actually repurchased these from Powell's bookstore. They used in new books in Portland, Oregon. It's like the largest bookstore on the West Coast, you know, so they sell a lot of these books, you know, for real cheap because they're used. So I re-bought them for myself, but I just haven't gone about repurchasing the Harry Potter books. I would like to read more, but man, man. I don't have time. Is COA of like a full service? No, COA is clean, oil, and adjust. It's more like a maintenance service, right? So it's kind of like when you bring your car in, like, depends on, like, you know, if you have synthetic oil or, you know, or like the normal oil. You either bring it in every 6 months, you bring it in once a year, and it also depends on how much you drive it. It's the same thing with the Flute, right? It's like kind of like maintenance service. An overhaul is when they do the full, like, replace everything. It's a restoration. That's what it is, essentially. So an overhaul is a restoration versus a COA is more like your normal kind of every 6 months or once a year sort of maintenance service. Yeah. What, you can I can have your copies of Harry Potter, Kevin? I mean, only if you really want to, but I was going to repurchase them myself. Yeah. What house am I, Julie is asking. I'm Slytherin. Do you know this story, Julie? Now, a bunch of y'all in the chat already know this story, but I'll tell it again. When I was in, I think I was in like year 1 or 2 of my university years, or my bachelor's. And I took, at that point, Pottermore did not exist. So the test that was online to test what house you were in was like some fan made it, and it was incredibly detailed. It was a Myers-Briggs type of personality test. And I took it, and at that point I wanted to be Ravenclaw because Cho Chang is like the one Asian student that is mentioned in the books, and she's Ravenclaw. So I wanted to be like, I kind of like looked up to that, and I love that, you know, a woman of my, you know, ethnicity, or close to my ethnicity at least. I never could figure out if she was supposed to be Korean or Chinese, but anyway, so it was awesome to see that represented in such a huge you know, like series like Harry Potter. So I wanted to be just like her, so I wanted to be Ravenclaw. I took this test and I turned out Slytherin, and I hated it. So I didn't tell anyone, but I went back and changed my answers so that I would be Ravenclaw, like with the specific, you know, like I knew which answers would probably give me Ravenclaw. So then I got Ravenclaw on my second go around the test. And then they, you know, I just told everyone I was Ravenclaw for like a year or two when people, you know, asked like, hey, what, you know, like this, right? Like people would just kind of ask you, like, you start talking about Harry Potter. They're like, oh, what house are you? Right? And I'm like, I'm Ravenclaw. And then here's the thing, guys, I am not nearly clever enough to be in Ravenclaw, okay? My brain nearly split open playing the Professor Layton games, okay? If you play the Professor Layton games and you enjoy them completely and it does not hurt your brain, you're probably Ravenclaw, okay? But like, if puzzle games like hurt your brain and, you know, stuff like that, like, you're probably not Ravenclaw, okay? So anyway, I went around telling people I was Ravenclaw for a long time, and then finally, it like a year later, it suddenly occurred to me, the actual act itself of going back to change my answers to be Ravenclaw is such a Slytherin thing to do. So from that point on, I decided to just come out as Slytherin. So I've been out as Slytherin for a long time now, but it does surprise some people that I'm Slytherin. But the thing is, I took the official Pottermore test, and I'm Slytherin, like when Pottermore finally came out. And then I took the, what was the American school of, you know, the American, Ilvermorny, right? I took that one too, because that one is on Pottermore as well, and I came out Horned Serpent. Like, I'm just kind of destined to be. So, Yeah. I'm not sure where that intense test is anymore, that fan-made Myers-Briggs type of house sorting test. It's probably not up anymore, because that was way before Pottermore was even a thing. I love it. We've got a nice smattering of everything in here. We've got Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. Do we have some Gryffindors in here too? Yeah, we have some Gryffindors. But yeah, I'm Slytherin, guys. I be Slytherin. Harry, you are a Ravenclaw and you didn't change your answers to be in that house. Of course you didn't, because you're actually a Ravenclaw. Come on. That was a fake. Like the act of changing your answers to be something else is such a Slytherin thing to do. Is it not? David, you're Gryffindor, but you would think that you're Slytherin or Ravenclaw. Hey, we got some proud Hufflepuff in here. Yeah. Yeah. I 100% I'm Slytherin. Like I that is me and I accept it. But yeah, so like I wish I had the Harry Potter books, but I don't. And it's just cuz I just have not gone to buy used copies, because I prefer to buy used copies, because let's be real, I won't really read them that often, right? So I would rather like just get used copies that someone else has enjoyed before, and I can just kind of enjoy it on my bookshelf, yeah. I love you guys. You guys are so sweet. About like, let's see. Oh, you guys are so. I love how proud of you guys are of each other, of your own houses. But at the same time, I love that you guys aren't like putting down other houses too. You guys are so sweet. Like I do think you should just be very, very proud of what house you're in, but then you should also be very appreciative of other houses, right? Like I am very proud of the fact that there's a nice smattering of different houses in the chat here, right? Because then that means that this is a safe enough place for everyone. Like like generally speaking, lots of different types of personality types can feel safe in this stream, right? Kuro, okay, all right, I'll give that to you. That's a good reason to not buy used books, because people read while going to the toilet. I'll give that to you. That's a good reason for not buying it, but I don't care, so I buy used books. Kevin, maybe if you read the books you would understand. What did you say? You said you never made it past book 4? Book 4 is long, man. Holy. Goblet of Fire is very long. And I skipped through the parts where Harry is screaming in the Order of the Phoenix. So I actually haven't read all of the Order of the Phoenix, because I could not stand hormonal Harry in that book. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't. David, you're not proud of your house. If anything, maybe you're more like Harry Potter himself, where maybe he was supposed to be in Slytherin, but then he chose Gryffindor. Or maybe you're a lot more, like, maybe you're a lot more like, fight for your rights kind of type of person than you think you are. Could be that too. You don't know, right? Harry, you are listening to the Order of the Phoenix. Are you listening to an audiobook of it? Yeah, Nick also agrees here. Book 5 is a lot to read. It really is. Like, I just, you know, I did not really enjoy Hormonal Harry. I just could not. Because by the time I was reading that, I was way past that age. I was like, I don't know, probably 18, 19, something like that. I don't remember. But like I was way past 15 years old by that point, and so I just couldn't. I couldn't get past that part. Like I just skipped through it. Yeah. Anyway, I should play some more flute. Do you guys agree? Now, I did say that I was going to show you on my student model flute that thing that people do. This. Let's not do minor Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? I'm getting different harmonics. This was the kind of stupid things we did in band, guys. I really should do the ABRSM sight reading in a stream. I really should. I just haven't like done it because the thing is like on top of like getting a syllabus, I need to be able to like find the music. So sometimes I can't find all the music. Is this a thing people do? Kuro is asking. In band during break, this is when people do this kind of stuff. Do I have an imprint now? Because I feel it. Okay, guys, do not do this on a nice flute. Do not do this on a nice flute, okay? You can do this on an old, beat up, like, student model flute, but do not do this on a nice flute, okay? That's why I'm not even doing it on my Miteki, okay? I'm doing it on my student model flute, my OG student model flute. Tumnus's lullaby on this thing, I don't think it'll work, but I can try. Okay. Because it's a different key, right? Because you're buzzing from here. I'm getting different harmonics, so it's like, it's, okay. No. It's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad. What is my Patronus? I think mine was in... What was it? I think it was an owl. Was it an owl? No, I feel like it was something else that I was like, what? Let's go to my Pottermore. I don't know if I remember my login though. We'll see if I remember. Okay. Clearly I don't remember I wonder if I saved it somewhere. I did have it saved. Oh. I think they probably don't like my password anymore, so. I don't remember what my Patronus was. I feel like it was like a very mundane thing. Okay, yeah, they don't like my password anymore. Oh, they really don't like my... Huh. They don't like it. I can't check it for you guys right now. Oh. Oh, they like it now. All right. All right. Let's try this again. All right, what's my Patronus? What is my Patronus? My one? Yeah, it's a snowy owl. There it is. Yeah, it was an owl. I was like, I remember checking it and being like, doing that test and then getting that as my Patronus, and I was like, I mean, I'll accept it, but man, that's boring. Did you guys get your wands too? Like what your wands are supposed to be? Because that's really fun too. Okay, so these are the fun things you can do. Okay, we should stop doing that. I guess owls are super wise, okay. But they're so common in the wizarding world. Part of me was like, I want something really weird. I want like a snake. Rylan, you elder wand for you? My goodness. See, my wand is acacia wood with a phoenix feather core. 12 3/4 inches. This is a pretty long wand. And quite bendy flexibility. Whatever that, means about me, right? Okay, give me a second, guys. I need to reorder all the things on here. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm learning is that I can only really do this in short spurts. Like I can't keep playing upside down. Okay. Now, someone wanted chaminade, so we're going to do the chaminade. Let's do chaminade. I mean, I should know this, but I'm just gonna have the music out in front of me anyway. Okay, so. Okay, so. Gosh. Hey, April. Oh, man. You know, I'm starting to better understand what's happening to my beginner level students because so this exact thing will happen where they're just kind of like moving around on their lips trying to find the perfect spot. They can play for a bit and then it disappears and then they keep trying to find it again. So I need to stop moving the flute around so much on my mouth. Have I ever played a D flat piccolo? No, not yet. I would love to one day though. I would love to. But okay, so oh man. Ian, so you're wondering if you should get the Trevor White beginner books for self-teaching. You should see how you are with the omnibus, because the Trevor Y like big book is really good for, I'm finding, for adult beginners, because he goes and explains a lot more of what you actually need to do. Whereas the beginner books I feel are aimed more at children. That's what I feel, at the very least. Not that they're bad, they're great books. They're great books for kids who are being guided by a teacher. That is kind of the ideal situation for the beginner books, for sure. So, you know. Maybe that's how Galway got to world-class fame. When he was young, all he did was put his lips into a flute embouchure for like 3 months or something. I don't know, maybe. I mean, the dude's a legend. Oh, man. This is proof that the flute isn't just pressing buttons and blowing like some people think. I suppose so. Yeah, I think you'll be fine with just the omnibus, Ian. So, yeah. Yeah, I agree with Rylan. Nowadays, the normal pick is the C piccolo. The D flat piccolo used to be a thing. And then, like, it used to be the normal thing, and then the C piccolo kind of took over. Yeah. So, that was in, I think, like, the D flat piccolo wasn't, like, in terms of our history, it's not actually that far away. So I can see where the confusion would come from. Sir Galway started by playing in an Irish band. That would explain why he does his little, like, you know, tin whistle ditties, like, really well. Oh, so good. Okay, what do you guys think? Should I stop messing around now? I really wanted today to just be, like, a fun time with you guys. But I could do a bit of sight reading. Yeah. So, we can try a bit of it upside down, but let's do a little bit of sight reading just for fun. So let's go to my drive and see what is going on here. Let's see how far we got last time. We did... I think Floboe wanted me to do the Moldau. So we'll look at bits and pieces of this. I feel like if I were to do the whole thing, that'd be probably way too long. So we will kind of have that going while I put this in. Let's see. So we'll copy this, bring it over here. Okay. Plus sight reading. There we go. And then, so today, request by Floboe. Wanting me to play the Moldau. Moldau? How do you guys say it? So copy, we'll put that here, and then we will put the link here for you guys. Copy by Smetana. All right. Go. All right. So let's do this. Boom. Awesome. Okay, so save. If you guys want to follow along, please refresh the page and check the info box. Alrighty. So let's do, there we go. Yes, last time we did do the Swan Lake. That was so pretty, wasn't it? Okay, so now I need to look at, where is it? There it is, there it is. I lost it for a second. I was like, where did my music go? Okay, so we will put this over here so I can still read you guys' chat. There we go. I'll put it down here so I can see. All right, which flute are we playing? We'll play this one. So we're doing oh, no joke though, playing upside down, it does kind of help you feel very, very loose. I can see why some teachers actually legit do this to their students. You hear how like light that sounds? Oh. Yo, there's actually like, it actually is legit to play upside down a bit. Wow, I feel very like relaxed, but also very pliable. Okay, let's get to a part that, you know, has a little bit more melody going on. Etc. Lots of long notes. David is saying it's sounding very flutey rather than violin-y or opera lights. Yes, I would say that I'm sort of like doing it on purpose because I guess in my head I'm hearing my principal flutist play this and I'm kind of imitating her. And you very much kind of like want that sound in here because, you know, you are kind of playing as part of the orchestra here. This is just like the orchestra part, really. And then there's that like that bit with the second flutist, the going back and forth with the second flutist, so it just sounds like one flute. But I'm just playing the first flute part here. Sight reading right there. Thor's question, Do I know the Toronto School of Music? Yes, I do know about it. Yes, I have friends who have gone there. Yes. If you're staying in Germany, you might want to study abroad in Toronto. Yeah, it's a very great school. It is considered one of the top schools to go to in Canada. Generally speaking, if you're going to apply to universities for music school in Canada, and if you're looking in Eastern Canada, it's McGill or UT, University of Toronto. So, and the Toronto School of Music, I believe, is at UT, University of Toronto. So those are kind of regarded as the two top, like, you know, Canadian School of Musics to go to. I went to UBC School of Music, which is on the West Coast. But yeah, I have tons of friends who went to UT. So that's a really great place to go to. Yeah. Woo, to Toronto School. L Rain reflecting on the chat a bit. Harry Potter, but the wands are replaced with flutes is the fanfic you need. I mean, we're kind of living that right now, don't you think? Right? Like, if you think of my reviews and stuff like that, it really is very surreal. It feels like every time I play a different flute, you really have to kind of like get to know it. And because if you try to play it the way you want to, it won't necessarily respond well to you in the same way that a wand would not respond very well to you if it did not actually match you, right? So, yeah. Anyway, we should probably do some of this upside down, especially the low bits. I can promise the low bits, basically, but if it goes high, like, ooh, I have such a rough time with it. So... I'm skipping the high one. I say as I continue to play the high stuff. Oh, nasty. Oh man. Okay. Let's try to play a little bit of the melody. It does not want to go into the high. We're doing it an octave lower. All right, we're flipping the head joint back up. I want to see what this part is. I'm skipping through the first flute part. It's so weird to hear myself play it because, like, I only recall hearing my principal flutist play it. It's very weird to, like, hear yourself do it. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Oh, and then we're basically atmosphere stuff. It keeps going like that for a while. Oh, ooh, okay. There it is. I don't like this fingering. My goodness. I butchered that, but you know, it's okay. Rest. That's how you do it. Oh! Piccolo comes in. Kind flute loco. Thanks. All right. So we need to play Piccolo now. It's not really an interesting part. Da 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 da. I mean, okay. Like, I'll play a little bit of it. The Mary Poppins bag continues. All right. Oops. Did you guys see that? I tried to put it in the end of the piccolo. My goodness, I swear I'm a professional. I swear, guys. I swear. flute. Those are so fun. Have you guys tried the like the really small ones that are just like basically a recorder, but like you can play it like a flute? Those are so cute. They're so cute. I've been wanting to just buy one for myself. I can't really justify the cost, you know? All right. Okay. Okay, you're just being angry. You're just being an angry Piccolo. It literally says Klein Flute Loco. Oh man. I can't tell. So I think they want you to play this up an octave on Piccolo 2. Is that what it is? Angry Piccolo. That's what you're doing. Yeah, I can't play high on this. Okay. Let's find a melody. Oh my god, what an abuse of the instrument. I really should not be doing this, but it's funny. Oh man, what an abuse of a beautiful instrument. I really should not do that, but at the very least we know it doesn't hurt the instrument. Yes, this is the Nagahara Mini. I've had it for a while now. It's a gorgeous little instrument. All right. So I hope. So I basically went through the interesting parts of the Moldau. So Flobo, I hope you enjoyed what the little bits that I played. I don't want to just play like just the orchestra part for you guys, because I think that you guys want to hear the parts that are a little bit more interesting. So all right, guys. How are we doing on time? My goodness, time flies when you're fooling around. I only have like 25 minutes left now to fool around. So, okay, that has happened. Emily Wilson wants the Clarinet Polka on Flute Tunes. Okay, well, I'll look it up on Flute Tunes. All right. Okay, so I will, give me a second. I think I will put this on the, so here we go. Request by Emily. Thank you, Emily, for your request. Also, thank you, Flobo, for your request. I finally got around to it. Okay. And then this is Clarinet Polka. Clarinet Polka. This is a traditional Polish, right? Okay. And then, perfect. Well, let me put that over here on the screen as well. So give me a second to do that. Boom. Cool. Okay. So we'll do this and see what happens. Okay. And also, I want to see you guys too. Oh my gosh. I love it. I just, oh, it feels so good. I haven't actually played this much since I got it back from my COA because, you know, obviously all orchestra things have been canceled. And it was during, I would say it's like kind of the beginning of the lockdown here was when I sent my flute and piccolo out to be COA'd. So I haven't actually played like, you know, my COA'd piccolo until now, really. It feels so good. Oh, don't you guys love like a freshly COA'd instrument? It just feels good. Hey Malachi, I feel like you've probably been here a while in the chat, but I just haven't seen you. How are you doing? All right. You're extremely curious. Okay. I mean, I like Mr. Tumnus's lullaby, so let's do that for a little second. In which case, let's take this off the screen so you guys don't get confused. So this is... Actually, I do have a low B. It is because this piccolo is actually bigger than it should be. It goes down to a low B. So usually the piccolo will end here. This one goes all the way down to a low B. I got it specifically so I could future-proof myself because at the rate things are progressing in the flute and piccolo world, and at the rate that compositions are progressing, they're more and more asking for the piccolo range to be exactly the same as the flute range, but just one octave higher. Like, a lot of composers are failing to realize that most piccolos only go down to a low D. So, yeah. That's nice. I would need to practice the that jump down to the low B a bit, because this one, the low B is not up here. Like, my pinky doesn't go up here. It needs to come all the way out. So that is a motion that I'm not quite used to. So I would have to practice that a little bit more, I feel. But, oh, I should wipe that down a little bit. Just the mechanism, because I have very, very oily hands, fingers, etc. So just give me a second to wipe this down. Just a very nice light wiping down. But I can use my oil on the wood. That part is okay to have my oil on it. So, oh, and it's like very obviously freshly re-oiled by my technician. Oh my goodness. If your pick can't do a C, it's still a C piccolo because it's in the key of C. It's just that it just can't go further down than a D. It's just the lowest note happens to be a D. Yeah. But it's in the key of C. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the key of C, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's not, just because your lowest note is a D, it does not necessarily your whole instrument is in D. Like it's, if your flute or your piccolo is in D, it means that if you were to finger a C major scale, the pitches would be D major. Yeah. Yeah, so. Yeah, don't use natural oils on wood. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you can use your own like face and your like you don't have to wipe off your own oil. That's what I learned from the Food Center in New York, because I asked them about how to care for my wood lip plate. And they're like, honestly, just your own skin oils should help keep it healthy. And I was like, oh, well, this is the first time in my life that I have been told that there's a good use for my skin oil. So, you know. Oh, you're welcome, Michael. Okay, so let's try out this clarinet polka. So I'll put this here. And I think I already put it in the description. So if you guys don't see it yet, refresh the page. Yeah, it's there. So if you guys don't see the link to this music yet, it is in the info box now. So refresh the page and you'll see it there. So, okay, let's give this a try. So here we go. I'm going really slow, I think, because it's supposed to go at 112. That's cute. But let's try. So what is it supposed to be at 112? Okay. Good. Okay. Oh gosh. All right. All right. No. Oh. There's so many things that like throwing me off right now. Give me a second to scroll. No. Very cute, but you're definitely not written for the flute. The key, like having to trill repeatedly with your pinky is quite awful. But you know, it's doable. Let's do a little bit of it again. There we go. That's like the main melody there. Woo! That is, whoa, you know? That is definitely whoa. Let's see. So right there, like, what's confusing is that you have to, in order to do it fast enough, you have to do the trill fingering for the first one, right there. But then right after, you have to do the real fingering for the D, because it's on a strong beat, a stronger beat that is, and it's just slow enough for you to hear that it's kind of off if you use a trill fingering. So. Yeah. 100% this was not written for the flute, but it's cute. Thank you, Emily. It's a surprising little challenge, I would say. Yeah, cool stuff. Okay, I'm curious to see what is coming up next. Oh, someone else wanted Hungarian Pastoral Fantasy, which I've already done. So, Jaden, whoever you are, I have read through it earlier. So take a quick search through my videos. You should be able to find it. Harry wants the Beeftink Wings for solo flute. Yes, I feel like I've looked at this before. So it is on YouTube, so we can take a look. Okay. Oops. VR mode. Okay, so if we did. I feel like I've done this before. I feel like I've done this. Let me give a quick. Yeah, so I have done this before, but not on this head joint. So let's do it. We will do, we'll put this here. This is request by Harry, who I believe is actually in the chat right now. So this is Wings, which is part of the Iroquois suite, for flute solo by Herman Beeftink. I'm gonna put this in here. Feel like I think I bought, I think I bought the music for this, but it's on my fried hard drive that I'm waiting for it to come back. So actually I think I will, No, I bought Spring. So I think what I'll do after this is I'll buy this. So I'll buy Wings, because this is a very cool one. Okay, so let's do this. So this is oh, wrong flute. Okay, so you guys, if you guys don't see the link yet, please refresh the page. It should be there. Yeah, it's there. Okay, we'll do this. Okay, so we'll start we'll start from the beginning. There it is. And then probably, oh, not what I thought it was going to be. Okay. Did I do that right? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, it goes straight in. Whoops, sorry. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay. Da da. It's a half step higher. This. Sorry for butchering it again. I remember butchering it last time too. Oh, it goes down to a low C sharp. Okay. 6 4. Okay. So right there, if you guys are following along, 196, you can use thumb B flat there to make it a little bit easier on you. Like if I was practicing this in real life, like I would mark in where my thumb B flat would be on and off in order to pull that off. So anyway. Okay. Butchering this pretty darn hard. Okay. That bit in there with all the sharps, woo! That's hard to read, but sounds very cool. I do enjoy this one. Okay, I believe we are way over time, so I am gonna need to take my leave so that I can prep a little bit for my next stream, which is gonna be over on Twitch. So if you guys are not sick of me yet, please head on over to twitch.tv/justanotherflautist. I am here. So I am there, that is. I'm just catching up with what you guys are saying here. The Shipper, hello, welcome. I'm so sorry that I'm leaving now, but it's good to have you here. Steven is asking if this is a monkey head joint. Yes, it is. I'm just about to come out with a video. It still needs to be just kind of like reviewed by the Flute Center of New York, but it's going to be a cut of the monkey head joint stream. So I've cut it down to like 11 minutes so that you guys get like the big highlights of it. So obviously it doesn't have like the full entire, like, you know, the true review of each head joint. It just has the highlights of it, but that's coming out soon so you guys can kind of see my experience with it. But yeah, I totally have played this before. You're right, Amir. Anyway, I love you guys so very much. Thank you for fooling around with me today. If you guys end up trying out playing the flute upside down like I did today, please tag me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I want to see this. You can use the hashtag upside down flute challenge if you'd like. I really just kind of want to see you guys just fooling around with me, because really we shouldn't take this instrument too seriously, you know. So, okay. Yes, Ingrid, go ahead and put in a request. I think sooner or later I'm just going to end up buying all of Herman Beeftink's music. So this stuff is good. This stuff is good. So Ingrid, put in the request in the request form. So I don't take requests through the chat, but it's in the request form is there. So put it in there. I'll see it eventually. Okay. Hey, Flutist Finny, how are you doing? Okay. See you later, guys. I need to go. So have a good one. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And if you're not sick of me yet, head on over to twitch.tv/justanotherflautist. I'm going to be there right after I, end the stream here. All right. See you guys.